10 teams began play in the Printscape Pony League World Series on Friday. 6 remain to chase the championship at Lou Hayes Pony Field in Washington, Pennsylvania. Good afternoon. I'm Joe Mercado. Thanks for joining us. We're set to bring you coverage of Game 11 of the tournament, featuring a pair of 1-0 teams, Guaynabo, Puerto Rico, and Tainan, Chinese Taipei. This is from the top half of the bracket. Both teams won their openers over the weekend. Chinese Taipei did so with a 4-2 victory over View, Texas, and Chinese Taipei allowed just 3 hits, running through multiple pitchers in that contest. They had just 3 hits themselves, but a very effective pitching and defensive performance from Chinese Taipei allowed them to advance. Puerto Rico, meanwhile, they played on Friday and was very impressive in a 12-1 6-inning win over Long Beach, California. Puerto Rico had every member of their starting 9 score at least 1 run, and that included Dylan Padilla, who capped the scoring with a home run in the 6 innings. To the gentlemen upstairs to call the action in this one, Lanny Fratteri and Tyler Barnett.
Joe, thank you. And to follow up on what you were telling us, 2 separate games in terms of the results, what we saw from these 2 teams.
Yeah, with Puerto Rico winning in blowout fashion, but Chinese Taipei playing a really close pitchers duel defensive game. Puerto Rico ran all over the place in their game earlier this tournament, and Chinese Taipei pitchers held the running game in check, won the game, getting ground balls, strikeouts, just simple, effective baseball. So it's going to be a tale of 2 teams here today. I'm really excited to see what happens.
And keep in mind that the team that wins this game will have a pretty easy pass towards that championship game. So glad you decided to join us. The Pony League World Series coming up.
At Printscape Imaging and Graphics, we're more than printers. We're partners in creativity and community. From sponsoring local charities to empowering small businesses, Printscape is committed to giving back. Our people help businesses and organizations build their brands while strengthening our community, like the Printscape Pony League World Series. Printscape Imaging and Graphics, where technology meets creativity. Visit us today and see how we can bring your vision to life.
There's a place, far from the city, yet just down the road, where likes and shares mean more. It's in every bite, each performance, and every night, where the miles we ride together become the memories we share forever. We dream because they fought for it. We give because they worked for it. The American spirit lives here. I can feel it.
Hey!
At Penn West University, we're making college make sense again with programs tied to in-demand jobs. We're breaking down barriers and giving you more choices. We're making college valuable again for people just like you. Learn more at pennwest.edu.
Roger Leonard, our producer, would like me to tell you that it is 54 feet from the mound to home plate, 80 feet between the bases, 250 down the lines, 285 to the power alleys, and 305 feet to straightaway center field for Pony League Baseball, 13 and 14-year-olds. Shining, shimmering, splendid over Washington County for the 11th game of the tournament, 3rd game of the day. And the winner of this game will advance to play at 4:30 tomorrow. The loser of this game will come back and play at 10:30 tomorrow. For Puerto Rico, left-handed batters Vasquez and Quiles. Padilla went 2 for 4 in Puerto Rico's win over Long Beach and hit a home run. That lineup facing right-hander Lin. And Lin will be backed up by Lin in left, Huang in center, Chong in right, Sung at third, Chen at second, Chen at short, Wu at first, and Chen catching. So what we've seen from Chinese Taipei in the past is very fundamentally sound and a team that likes to slap the ball around. Tyler Barnett made the comment on our broadcast yesterday about the fact that we've not seen a sacrifice bunt in the tournament. We've seen a couple of players show bunt. Escobar, the coach at third. Rafael Cruz, the manager, as Carlos Arroyo steps in. It was a 12-1 win on Friday in 6 innings. Puerto Rico over Long Beach. And in that game, 3 pitchers for Puerto Rico combined on a 3-hitter and struck out 12. And we saw a very audacious Guaynabo team Friday night, 7 stolen bases. Ron Ross, the home plate umpire, who hails from nearby Cannonsburg. Ball fouled away at first base. Todd Ventresca from Cecil, Pennsylvania. At second base, Paul McIlvain from Bentleyville. And Mike McCollum at third from right here, Washington, Pennsylvania. Ball played right up the line by Wu. And 1 away. Earlier today, let me just jump in and throw these out. Well, let's watch this play. Go ahead, Tyler.
No, it was very clean. I mean, that's what Chinese Taipei is known for. They're known for their pitching. They're known for their defense. They threw 6 pitchers earlier in the tournament against Palmview, Texas, and pitchers keeping the hitting game at bay, keeping the running game at bay, and the defense coming up with clean plays like that.
Chinese Taipei pitchers tossing the 3-hitter yesterday against Palmview and striking out a total of 14. By the way, Palmview beat Mon Valley earlier today 11-4. So the loser of this game will play Palmview, Texas at 10:30 tomorrow morning.
And of course, we mentioned Chinese Taipei had seen Palmview, Texas yesterday. Puerto Rico has not seen Palmview. They played Long Beach, California on opening night here.
Line drive into left center field. Ball rolls to the warning track. A 1-out double for Vasquez.
And that's exactly what Puerto Rico did on Thursday night or Friday night of this tournament against Long Beach. Just hitting balls in the gaps, running the bases well, being aggressive on the base paths. Vasquez getting the party started again today.
And Colon, shortstop. Last year, or rather 2 years ago, Guaynabo played in the Pony League World Series and was 0-2. Strike 1. There have been 7 teams from Puerto Rico to win Pony League World Series championships. One out, runner at second. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike.
I saw that breaking ball. Lian Kai warming up, showed us a fastball, roughly 70 to 72. Only threw 1 curveball, about 68. So haven't seen a changeup yet. Mainly fastball, curveball.
Runner will go to third as Lynn takes the out at first. 2 outs, runner at third in this top of the first inning.
And that's what we talk about with aggressive base running. Vasquez out at second base. Typically, whenever that ball is fielded by the pitcher's going to turn and freeze the runner. But Vasquez was already 3/4 of the way to third base by the time that ball was fielded. He saw down angle and he broke immediately to third.
And now Padilla, you saw that he hails from the same hometown as Roberto Clemente. Padilla plays right field for Puerto Rico. And strike called. Roberto Clemente, who was born on August 18th in 1935. Tragically dying the last day of 1972. Clemente with 3,000 regular season hits in his career. Roller to right. And out number 3. A 1-out double by Vasquez. Vasquez left at third. Guaynabo, nothing, in Chinese Taipei coming to bat.
At Printscape Imaging and Graphics, we're more than printers. We're partners in creativity and community. From sponsoring local charities to empowering small businesses, Printscape is committed to giving back. Our people help businesses and organizations build their brands while strengthening our community, like the Printscape Pony League World Series. Printscape Imaging and Graphics, where technology meets creativity. Visit us today and see how we can bring your vision to life.
For Chinese Taipei, 3 Chens, 2 Lins, 1 Chong, 1 Song, 1 Wu, and 1 Huang. And a couple of left-handed batters to face the right-hander Sebastian Quiles. Big, strong right-hander backed up by Asensio in left, Robles in center, Padilla in right, and then Hernandez at third, Colon the shortstop, Vasquez at second, Arroyo at first. And carry on catching. The coaches for Chinese Taipei, the manager Sai Ching Chung and Huang Pin Hao and Wang Tong Hui are the coaches. Chinese Taipei winning 4-2 over Palmview yesterday. Chinese Taipei had only 3 hits in the game. As a matter of fact, there were only a total of 6 hits overall, so 3 hits each. We have grown accustomed to having the team from Chinese Taipei win the Pony League World Series. Pitch down low, ball 1. As a matter of fact, a team from Chinese Taipei at one point had a 17-game winning streak in this tournament from 2015 until August 16th of 2022. And it was a team from Johnstown, Pennsylvania that ended the Chinese Taipei win streak at 17. Chinese Taipei winning 2 years ago, beating Monterey in the title game 4-1.
And a 4-pitch walk there from Sebastian Quiles. We're watching him warm up. Fastball 83 to 85, which is top tier at this level. Curveball 68, a slider, a nice tight looking slider at 74, and then he had a changeup that dropped down to 75. So slider, changeup, looking like the same speed, but dropping 2 different ways for Quiles. If he can get his control together, he could have a pretty good day today.
And Lin Kai, how big a deal is it whether your slider is tight?
If you're the tighter the slider, the tighter the spin, the more it looks like a fastball until it dives away from the bat.
Throw to first off the pitch, and with Lin showing bunt.
At that play there, I think if Arroyo is back on the base and lets that ball travel and just drops the tag, instead of coming up to catch it and pulling the tag back, you might have yourself an out there.
Strike called as that pitch was unloaded. Third baseman Hernandez was only about 50 feet from home plate. Now the count's 1-2. Hernandez staying on the grass. Parallel backed. Bunt attempt. That's a strikeout. Runner going for second. Out at second base.
And then the batter will be out as well because first base was occupied at the time of the pitch, so he can't take off for first on a pass ball, drop third strike. So 1 failed bunt attempt for Chinese Taipei, and that's 2 outs for Guaynabo, Puerto Rico.
Good job by Carrion to quickly reach down, grab that ball, and get the out at second base.
Very tough play, but I'm watching him in that first game. You know, it's this Puerto Rico team, very athletic, all of the strong arms all the way across the field. They like to run the bases. If their bats can get going, I think they're a dangerous team in this tournament.
One other thing that we'll see today is we will probably see Chinese Taipei make a lot of pitching changes, having used 5 in the game yesterday against Palmview, and already getting somebody warmed up in the right field corner.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about pitch count very often. Keep guys under pitch count limits.
That pitch from Quiles was out of the zone, 2-2. No score, bottom of the first inning. Right field corner. Not a play. And the comebacker to end the inning. No runs, no hits, a walk. Runner gunned down at second, nobody left on. After one of what is scheduled to be a 7-inning ball game, 0-0.
There's a place far from the city, yet just down the road, where likes and shares mean more. It's in every bite, each performance, and every night, where the miles we ride together become the memories we share forever. We dream because they fought for it. We give because they worked for it. The American spirit lives here. I can feel it.
For 125 years, we've been covering this region's financial needs, sharing your rebellious spirit, standing right here with you, supporting your dreams, helping businesses grow and thrive, investing in what matters, and always putting people first. Thank you for letting us get to know you over our first 125 years. We're Washington Financial Bank, and we're proud to be the bank that gets you.
At Penn West University, we're making college make sense again for people who maybe thought college wasn't the answer. We're making college practical with programs tied to in-demand jobs that prepare you for success right away. We're making college accessible by breaking down barriers and offering more choices. We're making college approachable with faculty who understand where you're coming from and help you get where you're going. At Penn West, we're making college valuable again for people just like you. Learn more at pennwest.edu.
The Printscape Pony League World Series is presented by Printscape, by the Washington County Tourism Promotion Agency, by CNX, and by the Observer Publishing Company. I want to tell you this. Originally, Chin Wai-sung was going to play center field and bat ninth, and then just before the game we were told that Chong Shoshan would play right field and bat ninth. So that was the batting order, and now we have a change here in the top of the second inning with Chin coming into the game to play center and Huang moving from center to right.
I forgot to change my my defensive alignment, but
so you had it
now
right.
It doesn't matter.
Carry on. Takes a strike. Carry on, who lists Yadier Molina as his favorite player, and one catcher having a high regard for another.
That was always one thing that I struggled with. Was I grew up a Pirates fan, but through the years I just loved the way that Yadier Molina handled the game, handled himself. It was really hard for me to like him, but as a catcher, you have to.
You know my all-time favorite Pirate catcher?
Who was that?
Ed Ott.
Okay.
Who unfortunately just passed away within the last year. Yeah. Ed Ott and I were together in Charleston, West Virginia when Ed was playing right field in the minor leagues, and he had such a great arm. They said, let's make this guy a catcher.
Yeah, there you go. I've seen catchers become pitchers because their arm is strong, and a lot of catchers have great carry to the ball, which means their ball doesn't die as quickly. It kind of stays up and on a line, which helps them get the throw down to second base. But that's great whenever you're on the mound if your ball can seem like it's rising to the plate.
This ball lifted to a spot out near second base in shallow center field. The catch made by Chen Chung-young and one away.
That's one of the things that they track a lot more now with the stats that you can get at baseball games. You track the ball, you track the movement of the pitch, and they call it rise, but it's, you know, the term is effective velocity. How much it rises on its way to the plate can actually make a 85-mile-an-hour pitch seem like it's coming in at 89.
Now Sebastian Quiles, the pitcher, batting in the 6th spot of the order. We had military first responders night last night. Quiles has a brother that is in the military. Down low 2-0. With this pitcher, Keeley's wearing number 28. I'm thinking of my dear friend, former broadcast partner and World Series hero Steve Blass, who wore 28 and he had 2 complete game victories in the 1971 World Series. And let me tell you, folks, if you ever have a chance to, can you imagine having dinner with Steve Blass, Jonathan Winters, Steve Martin, and Robin Williams? 4 extremely humorous individuals. The strike called 3-1 as Keeley showed bunt. You were saying yesterday that you think that is not a wise habit to get into, showing bunt 3-0.
Showing bunt. No, because you don't get a chance to see the pitch in your stance. You know, if you're out bunting, you typically you're going to pull it away. You're not going to look at the pitch. But I mean, if it's a 3-0 pitch and you're taking, you basically get a free chance to time it up, see the pitch come in, read it out of his hand with no intention on swinging. Know what the path is going to be, what kind of movement it is, and how quickly it's going to get on you.
No score, top of the second. And a 1-out walk. In the Guaynabo first inning, the second batter, Vasquez, doubled but was left stranded at third. Pitching change. We will see a few from Chinese Taipei in this game. Chen Wei Chun is the new pitcher. No score, second inning. Our producer Roger Lenhart has suggested that we take a break. Back in a moment.
They play in all corners of the world. Boys and girls each learning the true value that only teamwork, competition, and sportsmanship can provide. Each year, more than 500,000 participants of all ages proudly represent Pony on baseball and softball diamonds of all sizes. Everyone deserves a chance to learn and play the game. They're our players today. They'll be our leaders in the future. Pony, making a difference in your neighborhood and all over our world.
And there are now 4 Chens in the game and a pinch runner at first. Diego Ramos is running for the pitcher Quiles. So we've had Palmview eliminating Mon Valley, and we've had Washington County eliminating Bay County. So we started with 10 teams, and we are down to 6. Long Beach, Guion, Spain, Mon Valley, Bay County all bounced from the tournament. Chinese Taipei, it's quite a trip, but one that has been taken quite frequently. We've seen teams from Seoul, Korea. Last year it was Aragawa, Japan. Aragawa, Japan, by the way, beating Washington County in the championship game. And coming up next, Jahil Hernandez. The Guaynabo team, in its 12-1 win, 7 stolen bases. Always interesting to pick up little tidbits about these 13 and 14-year-olds and how the teams come together. Interesting side note, there are a couple of left-handed batters, 3 left-handed batters on the Chinese Taipei roster, but all of the players throw right-handed. Pickoff. 3-6.
Perfectly executed rundown. First baseman Chase Wee gets him going full speed, gives the ball up to the shortstop, Swan Chi, who makes the tag. Perfectly executed. Get him going full speed and make them change directions quickly. And then if your shortstop can get a running start at him, then you can get that tag early and not let him hang around.
Two down, no score, top of the second. Line to right, throw to first, safe. And right fielder Huang gave it a good shot.
It's a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Haven't seen that play in a long time.
And to Miel Robles. Pitch down low, ball one.
Hernandez had a stolen base in their game against Long Beach, California back on Friday. Didn't record a plate appearance, but he scored one run, had an RBI on a walk, and then he also had a stolen base.
And the count 1-1 strike. Robles in the 8th spot of the batting order. No score, top of the second inning. And our 4th game of the day, Tijuana, Mexico against Bronx, New York. Robles, the hitter from Ponce, Puerto Rico. A couple of star players in the big leagues from Ponce, Roberto Alomar and Orlando Cepeda. Runner going, swing and a miss. Stolen base.
Robles at the plate. Swing carried him across the plate into the throwing zone. If catcher Chin Fu have to initiate contact there.
And the team from Chinese Taipei, the manager coming out along with the translator, following up on that point about whether there was catcher's interference. Or batter's interference, rather. Batter's interference.
Yeah. And you have to force that contact. Because Hernandez was already at second base. The throw wasn't going to get him. So you have to force that contact. Now, if he's in the batter's box, don't force the contact. But if he's carrying over into your throwing lane.
Called strike 3, out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on base. Middle of the second, no score.
With Honda's newly redesigned lineup, there's no better time to buy at Washington Honda. Washington Honda's caring and knowledgeable sales team will make it easy to find the perfect Honda for you. Washington Honda, it's all at the mall.
South Hills Toyota has a great selection of newly redesigned Toyotas to choose from. Finding your new Toyota will be a breeze. The vehicle you want from the dealership you trust. South Hills Toyota, it's all at the mall.
From the first steps, a new love To each milestone, big and small, the promises made to the new beginnings and the dances that never end. Life is filled with the moments you live for. By protecting your health with regular vaccinations, screenings, and well checks, you can fully embrace all of life's little moments. At Cornerstone Care, we create healthier tomorrows today. Schedule an appointment with us and let's walk this path together.
Well, the list of players that competed in this Pony League World Series that have made their way to the big leagues continues to grow. Milwaukee's Blake Perkins, Travis d'Arnaud, catcher with the Atlanta Braves, Elliot Ramos of the San Francisco Giants, Jose Miranda, the Minnesota Twins, Spencer Steer of the Cincinnati Reds, and perhaps the most notable Pony League World Series alumni, 2018 National League MVP, Christian Yelich. Back upstairs.
Hey, Joe, who's your all-time favorite Major League catcher?
Might go with Gary Carter from the Mets, given I really started to follow the game as an 8-year-old, and the 86 Mets were a tremendous team. Have to go with Gary Carter.
Oh, good guy. I've spent some time socializing with Gary. And the catch made. By the way, Gary Carter's on my all-presidential team. And one away in the bottom of the second. I thought Joe was going to say you, but good choice, Carter. And the foul ball handled by catcher Carry-On. Now number 5 hitter Lin Si-Wen. A check swing roller that will be played easily by Quiles. That gives the right-handed pitcher 2 assists among the first 5 hitters. And bring up Song Chin Chung.
Likely taking a pitch here. And taking another pitch. 2 quick outs on 2 pitches. Probably take until he gets 2 strikes.
You know, I'm hearing the Chinese Taipei players singing, and I don't recognize the song, but I'm reminded that a couple of years ago, in some of the earlier games, they were singing, we will rock you. And I thought that was most appropriate because then when we got to the championship game, it was, of course, we are the champions. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Song. Right-hander Quiles set. And a ball for Ron Ross, our home plate umpire, who I mentioned hails from Cannonsburg, retired a couple of years ago after 35 years as an athletic trainer. Look out, 2-2.
Elevated breaking ball there. If that pitch is down around the knees, that's a strikeout pitch.
Full count. The winner of this game will play at 4:30 tomorrow. The loser of this game plays Palmview at 10 tomorrow. And ball 4. Second walk given up by Quiles. The winner of this game will play the loser of that game between the loser of this game and Palmview. And now Chen Shangjung showing bunt with two outs, and Hernandez at the front door, third baseman.
All of the stolen bases for Chinese Taipei against Palmview, Texas were at the top of the lineup. Ziong with the stolen base, and Kai 2 stolen bases, and then Chie Zui with a stolen base.
Swung at first, 2 outs. And a ball. That makes it 2-1. Our second game today, Tijuana, Mexico against the Bronx.
Third baseman Hernandez playing very shallow in at the grass, and then a few steps into the grass when the pitch is thrown.
Two and two.
Which honestly, with Quiles throwing 85 miles an hour, I don't expect very many righties to rip a ball down the third base line.
Runner going. Base hit into right field. Swung on his way to third, and he is safe there, but they've got to play. No, there's nobody covering second base. Well, clearly, they had a shot at Chen after his base hit, but the second base station was left unoccupied. Now it's second and third, 2 outs.
Great heads up base running there by Ching Young. Seeing that there's nobody there. Second baseman Vasquez going after that ground ball, ended up in right field over in foul territory, never getting back to cover the bag. Your shortstop is the cutoff man there. So there's nobody covering second base.
Yeah, Colon, even though he was, as you point out, the cutoff man.
Vamos a atacar. Hay 2 outs. Está bien, jueguen cómodo. Está bien, ninguna más. Vamos. ¿Con qué pitch empezamos? No, ahora sí, con el pitching coach. Vamos. Vamos.
Tyler, I think the shortstop Colon had time after the ball went by him to get to second base.
I think he did too, but I mean, really, your second baseman's going to be your cutoff man there. Ball to right
but
field,
even with the ball going into right field like that?
With the ball going to right field, that's what makes it tough. I mean, really, on a ball like that where your second baseman is going into right field like that, your first baseman should cover second base. Because your first baseman, knowing that your shortstop is now going to have to cut off, but that's not something that's not commonly practiced. So kids don't know where to be and where to go. You kind of just have to see it and react.
It's so common on the major league level to see a first baseman follow the runner to second base.
Yes, but that's the thing is if he follows there, then he's still safe at second. You usually see a first baseman follow a runner on a sure double. So a ball over the outfielder's head or down the line, you want your first baseman to see them hit first base and then follow them in case they round the base hard, that you might be able to throw behind them.
Second and third for Chinese Taipei. 2 outs. Two and one.
So Quiles, after 14 pitch first inning that saw 3 up, 3 down, and then 1 pitch out to the 4-hitter Swan Chi, 1 pitch out to the left fielder Shi Wen, a walk, a single, and you've got 2 runners in scoring position and a 3-1 count to the batter.
And remember that Quiles was out in front of Sung.
Mm-hmm. Who was taking pitches, likely until he got a strike or at least or 2 strikes even, because of the 2 1-pitch at-bats beforehand.
3-2. Chen Fu in the 8th spot of the batting order and batting with 2 runners in scoring position.
Third baseman Hernandez needs to back up here.
Strike 3. Out number 3, no runs, 1 hit. A walk and 2 left on base. No score after 2 innings at the Printscape Pony League World Series.
Feels good to be off the sidelines, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it does. That extra effort with AHN Sports Medicine got you back here. With every specialty set, custom training day, and personalized drill, you bettered your body. Now line it up. They don't see this move coming. Told you. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Thanks to the Washington County Chamber of Commerce and Washington County Tourism Promotion Agency for their support of the World Series. To Allegheny Health Network Sports Medicine, Cricket Wireless, Crazy Horse Coffee, Smash It Sports, and Crib Journal Media for their partnership.
Deeds, not words, are the yardsticks by which our lives should be measured. Pony Baseball seeks to share the experience of baseball with everyone. Pony Baseball is so proud to host a gathering of special individuals and offer to them the realization of a dream. The Champions League game Saturday morning under a bright, promising sky. I was pleased, by the way, to see quite a few state troopers were here, lending their support. Adrian Asenio leads off the top of the third, and Chen's second, and he came into the game after 1 out in the second inning. Two hits for Guaynabo, Puerto Rico, and 1 hit for Tainan City, Chinese Taipei. The starter for Chinese Taipei, Lin, 5'5". This relief pitcher, Chen rather, 6 feet. Foul ball out of play.
A difference in velocity too. First pitcher, Liang Kai, was around 70 to 72, and then Wei Chun here, 75 to 77, sometimes getting up 78, 79.
2-2 pitch, hit in the air to center. And 1 away. Now to the top of the order for Arroyo.
Arroyo needs to get on base here. Was 1 for 2 on Friday night against Long Beach, scored 2 runs and was walked twice. Had 3 stolen bases. So if he can get on first base by way of single or by walk, he can end up on second in scoring position for the middle part of this Puerto Rico lineup.
For Chinese Taipei, there is a trio of players in the corner, as we will no doubt be seeing our third Chinese Taipei pitcher in the not too distant future.
It's Lin Wei Chi warming up in the right field bullpen.
And 2-2, 1 out, nobody on. Guaynabo with a 1-out double, and Vasquez, who delivered the 2-base hit, stranded at third. Three and two.
And one of the things I always like to watch here is how the catcher's set up at this level. They want to pitch outside. They're going to set up outside, way outside. As you progress in levels, you start to see that movement shrink a little bit.
Vasquez has one of the two Guaynabo hits.
Look for Arroyo to take off early here. Lefty at the plate. 3 stolen bases on Friday. Fastball to start. So we've seen it twice now. when a Chinese Taipei pitcher picks off, there's a call for it from the third baseman.
Runner going. Stolen base, 4th of the tournament for Arroyo. I'm so glad you said that, because back when the pickoff was made in the second, I swear I saw the third baseman signal.
Third baseman's giving a drop glove signal. You typically only see that on timing plays to second base. But I think it's a great practice, because your third baseman's able to see your runner take the lead. So if you can catch a runner in between steps, like whenever they go to put their feet together taking their lead, then it's an easy pick, because they have no base. They're almost tripping over themselves to get back to the base.
So in that case, should the runner be looking across past the pitcher?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, because you can. It's all in line right there. You don't have to split your eyes to be able to see the pitcher and the third baseman. You can see them all in one shot. So after that 1-0 breaking ball, gotten back to an even count here.
Runner at second, 1 out, no score. Top of the third of a 7-inning game, or what is scheduled to be a 7-inning affair. Wild pitch. Runner at third, 1 out.
Another thing that I did notice there, the middle infielders are pinched with a runner on second. We saw it back in the first when Vasquez was standing on second base, but shortstop Swan Chi and second baseman Ching Yoon both there close to the bag to cover, even though it's not a double play situation. So there's a lot of gaps in the 3-hole and 6-hole.
And the middle infielders playing up 2/3 of the way. And a step off, 3-2. Arroyo walked on a 3-2 pitch and stole second and moved to third on the wild pitch.
3-2, hit this ball down angle right side. You got yourself an RBI.
Ball 4.
Probably see a pitching change here.
And
there it is.
有问题吗？那看到你的，我来要牵到准尔，对啊，你用大细伫遐转到大种啊啦，你牵准要拍尔，你家己母家呢？你看到拢你会啊？你啊，这样1、3垒，少年呢，你安那带袂？啊，可以哦，有没有问题？牵了就牵了啊 ，OK 吗？好，现在把球投稳就好了。好 ，OK。No。
Okay. I think he's going to keep going.
Chen so far has faced 5 batters. He has given up a hit and walked 2. And Colon ready to stand in. Middle infielder, double play depth, no score 3rd inning.
If Wei Chun would have come out right there, his pitch count would have reverted back to what it was before that batter. So it would have been under the 20 pitch limit. So he would have only been able. Wouldn't have had to rest. He could have pitched again tomorrow if necessary. But now, where he is, the next threshold is a day rest. Look for a runner here. Take off.
Runner going from first. And the second baseman, Chen Cheng-Young, catching the ball in front of second base. So you've got Arroyo with 4 stolen bases in the tournament. Now Vasquez with 3. That's the 3rd stolen base of the game for Guaynabo, Puerto Rico. And the infield up 2/3 of the way again now that the runners are at 2nd and 3rd.
It opens up your infield gaps a little bit more. And if you're at second base, you need to be in a 2-out lead. So your lead needs to be deeper behind the base.
You're talking about the runner
The
at
runner
second?
at second base
Yes.
needs to be in a 2-out lead with the infield up. So a 2-out lead gives you a better path to home plate on a ball to the outfield. And if the infield is up, they're trying to get the out at the plate. So their look is going to be to freeze the runner at 3rd, make the throw to 1st. But if you're in a 2-out lead at second base, any ball through the infield, you have a better route to home plate. Plus, you also stay out of the way of the infielder that is up in the running lane trying to field a ball. You don't have to worry about an interference call.
And it could turn out to be a huge strikeout there of number 3 hitter Colon.
And Colon had a rough couple of days, 0 for 2 on Friday and 0 for 2 again today.
Now Padilla. Ground out his first time up. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Infield relaxes now. 2 outs. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Fly ball, center field. Chen makes the catch. No runs, no hits. 2 left on. No score going to the bottom of the 3rd.
My Dream Field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My Dream Field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My Dream Field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
And earlier today, we had games 9 and 10 of the tournament. Palmview defeated Mon Valley 11-4 in the top part of the bracket, moving on to play. Palmview moves on to play the loser of this game here, and then game 10 between Washington County and Bay County, Michigan, saw the host team, Washington County, take a 7-0 win, and they will await the loser of tonight's game between Tijuana, Mexico, and the Bronx, New York.
And here's something for you to put in your mental file. In that Washington County game, Will Flaherty pitched 6 innings, no runs, 4 hits, and Flaherty was going to pitch the 7th, but he had been lifted for a pinch hitter and could not, by rule, pitch the 7th. Ball popped to the shortstop for the first out of the bottom of the 3rd.
Could have saved a pitcher.
In that Washington County win, Owen Samagala had 2 doubles, 3 RBIs. Schmeltz, RBI triple. Stoy, RBI triple.
In this age of NIL, I noticed this yesterday, Schmeltz has a grand opportunity with a local convenience store and gas station in the area. Sheets.
Oh. Wang Zihang walked his first time up. Quiles, first time through the batting order. Struck out 2, walked 2. Now he has 3 strikeouts in the game.
Fastball moving away from the lefty. It's impossible to get a hold of that.
And now the pitcher, Chen Wei Chun, his first at bat of the game. No score, bottom of the 3rd. Pitch inside in the Guaynabo's first game, 12 runs. In Chinese Taipei's first game, 4 runs for Chinese Taipei on only 3 hits. And a total of 3 hits in this game. High chopper. Vasquez to Arroyo, and Chinese Taipei goes quietly in the bottom of the 3rd. Will go gently to the 4th inning.
Jumpstart the season with a bit of fresh air. Whether you like to walk, run, hike, bike, or boat, you'll find that Washington County is connected by trails. Plan a day on one of the nation's outstanding rail trails with a trip on the Montour, Panhandle, or National Pike Trail. Grab a paddle and navigate the scenic Mon River and surrounding small-town charm. We'll see you at the trailhead. Plan your trip today at washcotrails.com.
At Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania, we believe that every life has potential, and we're dedicated to fulfilling it. Our adult and community services give individuals with intellectual disabilities or autism the opportunity to develop new skills, have an independent home life, and make their own choices. From personalized daily care and community participation to supervised independent living, we cater to each individual's specific needs. Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania, your path to lifelong fulfillment.
Cricket has free Samsung Galaxy phones? What?
Nationwide coverage and lightning fast 5G?
What? Smile, you're on Cricket.
No score between Chinese Taipei and Puerto Rico as we enter the fourth inning. We're joined by the chairman of the Pony League World Series, Nathan Wojtek. Nathan, we see a number of sponsors aligned across the outfield fence, and there's a number of sponsors that contribute on an annual basis to this event. How important are they to keep everything running smoothly?
The sponsors and the volunteers are the lifeline of our organization, Joe. The sponsors write the checks to make this event possible. Our new title sponsor, Printscape, some local gentlemen, John Dezak and Darren Smith, so thankful that they took up and stepped up to the plate this year as our title sponsor. CNX Foundation, and then Washington County Tourism, those folks over there, Jeff Catula, do a great job of helping us support. But those are the big guys, but also across the outfield fence and in our program, there are a lot of little guys. They write smaller checks, but it all adds up, and we need every single one of them to make this work.
And on an annual basis, do you see a number of sponsors that contribute year to year to this organization?
Yeah, the Pony League's been around for a long time, and so is a number of our sponsors. Washington Financial Bank, the Observer Reporter, two of our night sponsors have been with us for a long time. And then tonight, our Pathway is one of our newer sponsors. So yeah, both young and old, near and short, have been a big help.
We look forward to hearing more from you later in the tournament. Thanks, Nate.
Thank you, Joe.
Back upstairs.
And carry on to lead off the fourth inning. No score in the ball game. Fourth inning, what is scheduled to be a 7-inning game. Dariel popped up his first time at the plate.
Lin Wei Chi still in the bullpen. I think he's working. He's on his 7th inning of work down there.
The ground out to Chen Xuan Chi and across to Wu. Pitcher Quiles walked in the second inning and was picked off.
And courtesy runner Diego Ramos.
Ramos was, that's right. Thank you. And strike one.
I don't know, that was a slider. A cut fastball, that came in at 79 miles an hour. His fastball's been sitting at about 75.
Base hit in the right center field. Ball to the wall. It is the third hit of the game for Guaynabo, second double.
Right off the bat, you knew this was going to be extra bases, just perfectly placed in the gap. Rolls to the wall. Quiles standing on second base, likely to get a courtesy runner here. It's going to be a different courtesy runner this time.
And Nieves. I guess Ramos got picked off, so they chose somebody else.
I don't think Ramos can enter the game now. If I read the rule book correctly, I don't think he can enter the game unless they are down to their final sub.
This is the 5th time that Guaynabo has had a runner reach second base. Still early, but Guaynabo's left 4 men on base, all 4 in scoring position.
The white-on-white matchup makes it difficult for me.
Strike call. Tell me that again.
The white-on-white matchup. Both teams wearing white. The only difference, the blue sleeves for Puerto Rico. I'm getting confused. Which honestly is pretty easy, so it's to be expected.
0-2 on Hernandez. Foul ball off to the right, now to play. In the game between Washington County and Bay County, both teams were wearing red jerseys. The only difference was that Washington County had the blue sleeves.
Yeah.
No score, top of the 4th inning. Fly ball. Tagging up, Nieves. Yeah, the throw is off the mark, 2 outs.
That's stressful. It's the second time that we've seen that in 2 days. The runner tagging up on a routine fly ball to center field. And this time sliding in safe, but it was the first game yesterday, Washington County and the Bronx, that the Bronx was thrown out at third for the 3rd out.
And the third Chinese Taipei pitcher of the game, Chinese Taipei pitcher, Joe.
Chinese Taipei.
Well, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, one of the more famous alumni in the Pony League World Series is Christian Yelich, former National League MVP with the Milwaukee Brewers in 2018. And he talked about what he learned throughout the various levels of youth baseball that he participated in.
Just you learn teamwork. You learn what it's what it's like to be part of a team. Learn the game, and just it's something that I still love today. We talk about it still, every now and then. We don't talk about it all the time, but there's times when we're with our buddies and we'll still bring up the Pony League World Series or playing pony baseball together, and it's just memories. Like it's a game. It's fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's definitely different than the major leagues. Not that the major leagues isn't great, because it is. It's different, and a lot of fond memories from playing pony ball.
It was 18 years ago when Yelich's team from Simi Valley, California advanced all the way to the championship round. Guys?
And the team from the Bronx getting ready to take on the club from Tijuana in our, scheduled 7:30 ball game. The team from the Bronx beat Guion, Spain 11-0 on Saturday. And then the Bronx knocked off Washington County yesterday 5-3. Tijuana, 1 game so far, 13-0 5-inning win over Bay County Saturday. Well, an appeal at second base, claiming that Nieves went too soon, but everything's legal. Now Robles, 2 1/3 for Chen.
The umpire over there went out to see it, so why is he judging and not him the judge? Because now we're catching, did he leave the base early?
No, he did not leave the base early. The umpire saw it.
他说那个主审有看到他没有提到离开。
No.
确定吗？
And both sides having discussions here with Ron Ross.
The reclamation.
Wait. Who's the manager?
Interpreter.
Okay.
This first step, change the pitcher.
They changed pitchers?
Pitcher. Step 1, change the pitcher. And step 1, they kill the play automatic. In the play, the second, this.
Yes, but he.
Okay. And the second step, he throw the second is ball, because I know anything. I know play. Manage your timeout. Enter
Right.
the field.
Right.
Because the pitcher not pick off to second base, the play is finished. Over. Question, pregúntale a los árbitros. Please put the opponent.
I don't know what you're asking me to
So,
do.
I'm getting the impression.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So
You
what
say
I'm
what you
hearing,
think you're hearing.
what
okay?
I'm hearing here is after the play, after the tag up from second to third.
But I think they're saying once the new pitcher came into
once
the
the
game.
new pitcher came in, that counts as the move
Yeah, he's saying
after
that he
the play.
blocked.
So now that play cannot be ruled upon.
Puerto Rican
again.
coach is saying that he
Well,
blocked.
what's the point? It was
What's the reason
safe.
for the block? I mean,
But
he made a
You
legal move.
put the ball in play, he stepped off and then turned and threw.
Right.
Once he was off the rubber, he's nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
So basically, what Puerto Rico is pleading for here is that should be ball one. It should be a 1-0 count right now on the hitter because of the extra move after the play. And also the Chinese Taipei ruling, the umpire at second base does have that catch, and the umpire at third base should have the tag. So I understand that one as well.
Base hit to left field. After the short interruption, Robles jumps on the first pitch and drives in the game's first run.
Yeah, he doesn't need the 1-0 count after all. Does it first pitch. Shot through the 6-hole.
Brings up Arsenio.
Robles 1 for 2 on Friday, but no stolen bases. So don't know his tendencies at first base.
Runner going. That'll tell you about his tendencies. He's out. No, he's safe. Second base umpire Paul McIlvain right on top of it.
Yep, great call. Then Wei Chi, great move to the plate. Slide step, delivers that pitch, gives his catcher time to make a throw. Just not in time to get Robles.
2 down, a run in, 1-0. Guaynabo, Puerto Rico. The run is charged to the second pitcher, Chen. Chen Wei Chun worked 2 1/3, gives up 1 run on 2 hits. The double by Quiles, the courtesy runner Nieves scores it. 2-1. Runner going to third. Strike. Robles swiped second and steals third. 5 stolen bases for Guaynabo in the first 4 innings of this game. Two outs, runner at third, 1-0. Puerto Rico. Breaking ball, throw to third, run down, no. Great for the plate and out. Tried to de-catcher Chen, but the strong throw back from Sung. And a 2-5-2 inning-ending out. 1 run, 2 hits, nobody left, 1-0. Puerto Rico leads Chinese Taipei after 3.5 innings.
They play in all corners of the world. Boys and girls each learning the true value that only teamwork, competition, and sportsmanship can provide. Each year, more than 500,000 participants of all ages proudly represent Pony on baseball and softball diamonds of all sizes. Everyone deserves a chance to learn and play the game. They're our players today. They'll be our leaders in the future. Pony, making a difference in your neighborhood and all over our world.
If we were using music, we would probably choose Paul Simon's Kodachrome, or I guess Ringo Starr's Photograph. Some of the early memories of the Printscape Pony League World Series. Pictures, memories. Wu Chi-Ye to lead off this 4th inning. Wu Chi-Ye, who bounced out 1-3 in the 1st inning. The winner of this game will play at 4:30 tomorrow. The loser of this game plays Palmview at 10 a.m. tomorrow. A ground ball that you anticipate will give you a bounce, and it did not.
Well, it did, just not in the way that you thought it would. It bounced off the knee instead of bouncing up to the glove, and I hope we see a bunt here.
From the number 4 hitter?
I need one. I need a bunt. I have to have one.
You need a sacrifice bunt,
I don't care who it is. If the coach gets out there and lays down a bunt, I'm fine with it. I need somebody to bunt in this situation.
And if we don't get a bunt in these 2 games that you're working tonight, you're going to not be able to sleep tonight.
You won't see me tomorrow. I won't be back. I will have given up.
One and one.
It's just the avalanche effect of all of the situations that I see that you can bunt and put yourselves in a great position that we just haven't seen a bunt yet. Because what's going to happen here is it's going to be a chopper to an infielder, or they're going to turn 2. It's just going to happen. That's just the way baseball works.
By the way, isn't that what we just saw called a slug bunt?
Yeah.
You know, you put. Yeah. And I never understood why that terminology.
Yeah, I don't either.
But then again, I have about 20 phrases that baseball announcers use that I'm
correct. Yeah.
That are wrong. That are lies.
I've also heard it called a slash bunt, or a slash swing. Fake bunt slash. But right now you've got 2 strikes, and everybody knows you're not going to bunt because you haven't bunted yet. Why even show it? That's a foul ball.
Is it a swing? I think it's a swing.
They called it a swing. All right.
1 out.
But it's a foul ball.
Nobody swung the bat.
I know, but it's still a foul ball.
Oh, yes.
It's a foul ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a foul ball.
Oh, yeah, clearly.
He swung, and hit dead strike in the batter. No, it hit him.
Oh, yeah. Ron Ross saying that the pitch hit him, hit the batter, which makes it a strikeout. That's in the ruling of the home plate umpire.
Do you want to know what I want to say here? That's a foul ball. We knew it was a foul ball, but you want to know what I want to say to that?
You should have bunted?
Should have bunted. Should have bunted.
I've been with you too long, partner.
Should have bunted. But it's your four-hitter. Yeah, but your four-hitter just struck out.
One nothing in favor of Puerto Rico in the fourth inning. As Carrion has a quick visit with his pitcher, Sebastian Quiles.
It's just stolen base here. Zui with a stolen base against Palmview, Texas on Saturday.
Strike call.
I will say this, it's going to be hard to steal on 85. All the catcher has to do is turn it around a little bit on direction.
Now 2-1.
85 with a slide step. But if we would have bunted, we would have had a runner at second. We wouldn't have to worry about that.
You're not going to let it go, are you?
I'm not. Not at least until Thursday. You'll probably be hearing it.
Well, by Thursday, it'll be your wife's problem.
Oh, yeah.
3-1. You know, the inning started with Wu reaching on an error, then the strikeout of Chen, Swan Chi Chen, and now Lin Chun Wen. Runner going, ball foul to play, out of play, full count.
So that situation has gotten a couple of teams so far in this tournament with a runner going, the middle infield crashing to cover the base. But I liked what I saw there. Colon, yeah, broke to cover the base, but Vasquez was holding his position, was even favoring toward first base a little bit. So it's something that you want to see, because if you're putting on a hit and run, you want to hit behind the runner, hopefully move them up to third base, which would be a lot easier if they were at second because of a bunt. But here we are.
We have equipment malfunction.
I know that I should know this, but what's with the gloves? Like, I've seen so many of those now the last couple of years. I mean, is it a jam finger thing?
My sense is that, well, first of all, they've seen it from the big leagues.
Well, yeah, of course,
okay.
Yeah.
But I guess they figured that by wearing the UGG glove that it protects their fingers. Runner going. Out at first, 2 outs as Wu moves up 80 feet.
I've had every possible baseball injury that there is. I've gotten bruises from blocked balls. I've gotten stitches from being cleated. I even got knocked out by a going down to block a ball and it hitting me in the ear where my face mask wasn't covered. But I never jammed my finger stealing a base.
And everybody these days seems to have that UGG glove in their back pocket, and it's the size of a
and that would bother me too.
Lady's purse. The inning is over. No runs, no hits, an error, and one left on base. At the end of 4 innings of play, Guaynabo, Puerto Rico leads 1-0.
There's a place far from the city, yet just down the road, where likes and shares mean more. It's in every bite, each performance, and every night, where the miles we ride together become the memories we share forever. We dream because they fought for it. We give because they worked for it. The American spirit lives here. I can feel it.
You know, Tyler Barnett, I'm going to tell you this, too. I am of the older generation, but I believe that there should be a rule preventing players, young players, from wearing sunglasses on their hats. I think it is a dangerous precedent, and I don't understand. By the way, I play golf with guys that put their sunglasses on their hat. They never put their sunglasses on.
Yeah, never put them on.
Never put them on. Like when they leave the house, I got everything I need as long as I have my sunglasses to show how cool I am to put them on my hat. Probably some guys at my country club right now have tuned into the game saying, okay, Lanny.
I think he's talking about me.
Yeah, I think he is talking about you. Chartiers Country Club, Roslyn Farms. 1 ball, 1 strike on Arsenio. So you won't jump in with me on that sunglasses on the hat thing. You have no problem with that?
If in a situation like this, no, because the sun's up, it's starting to go down. Might need them, might not.
See, I like the old flip-down glasses.
I miss those. I miss those.
You're too young for that, huh?
No, they had, well, yeah, I guess so. But I wore them 1 year whenever I played pony baseball, actually. I wore them right here, playing third base. I remember flipping them down and flipping them up because the sun sets back here. I remember that vividly.
You know, back then the sun set in the west, huh?
Yeah, kind of crazy, huh? Thinking about it. Maybe it didn't.
No, I bet it did.
Did it?
Yeah, I bet.
Were you here?
No, but I bet it did.
Oh, okay.
3-1 pitch.
And you've got more experience with that than me. So.
And the infield single for Arsenio. Now you got a bunt, right, partner? Top of the batting order?
Yeah, you got a bunt.
But first, a change in the actors. And we'll be back with more frivolities in just a moment. 1-0. Puerto Rico leads.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
So Swan-Chi Chen moves to the mound, and Lin, who started this game on the mound, Lin Yang Kai, is playing shortstop.
Re-entering the ball game in the 2 spot and now playing shortstop, number 6, Lin Liang Kai. Now pitching, number 1, Chen Swan-Chi.
Well, for the crew from Puerto Rico, they made the trek from San Juan to Orlando, and then from Orlando to Pittsburgh, and the bus trip down, and using that new wonderful expressway that goes right from the airport right down to the southern part of 79 by South Point.
First baseman, number 6, Carlos Arroyo.
So, when you bunt here, you want to make the pitcher field it. So you're going to bunt it toward first base because your third baseman should be playing up in this situation. And your first baseman is holding him on. But if you take a look at the second baseman, who is a double play depth, very far away from first base, there is a big area between pitcher, second baseman, and the first baseman, where if you can push a bunt into that area, you have both guys on base and no outs. But we're going to see another slash here. And I'm gonna blow my lid.
And strike 1. Second baseman playing towards second base. Good bit of room on that right side of the infield.
Push a bunt. Just all you have to do is get it past the pitcher. If you can get it past the pitcher into that little grass area, both guys are on. Then you give way to your 2-hitter to bunt 2 guys in the scoring position for your 3-hitter.
One ball and 1 strike. Arroyo grounded out in the first inning and then walked in the third and was left stranded at third base. Game's only run came in the 4th on the single by Robles. By the way, it is not likely that you will see too many quick games with Chinese Taipei. Pitching changes. This is the 4th pitcher of the game. Runner going and a foul ball out of play.
All balls yours to keep here at the Printscape Pony League World Series tonight. A big thank you to Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania.
Fifth inning. Nobody out. Runner at first. Back to first base goes Arsenio. And a pitch in and fouled off to the left side. The Bronx and Tijuana, Mexico coming up as our 4th game of the day.
I wonder if we'll see any bunts in that game.
One out.
Shocking. that's how the game works.
Number 21, Eric Vasquez.
It's just how it works.
And Vasquez. Yeah, I would think that would have been an automatic. Bunt him over for your left-handed batter. And
the game doesn't care how old you are. It doesn't care if it's the World Series, if you're the 3-hitter, the 4-hitter, it doesn't matter. Some things just are the way they are.
You know, we may be years apart, but we agree about that. Runner going. And safe. So Guaynabo gets the runner to second base by way of the stolen base. But I would have liked, if you're going to steal a base, go to steal second and bunt him to third, right, partner?
Right. Especially in a 1-run game. We're not. It's not a, you know, it's not an 8-run differential here. It's one bad hop, one dropped fly ball could change everything here. So anytime you get a chance, you get a leadoff runner on, you've got to manufacture something. I mean, we saw Mexico yesterday just single double until, you know, it was just the game was over. We haven't seen that today. We've seen 6 hits in what, 4 innings, 4 complete.
Yeah, 5 for Puerto Rico, 1 for Chinese Taipei.
So
3-0. You give Vasquez the green light, 3-0?
No.
Nope.
Nope. Nope, not with the base open.
Three and 1.
Now just a very, very small zone. Like that one place that you know that you can put a ball up on the hillside.
Second base is Senio, 1 out. Swan Chi Chen, 4th pitcher of the game. Strike. Full count.
Yep. Oh.
Escobar.
Wanted no
wake-up
part
call
of that. No part of that ball.
A runner at second, 1 out, 1-0. Guaynabo, Puerto Rico leads 1-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Runner at second, 1 out. Time called.
A lot of space in left center field. Left fielder Shiwen looks to be favoring the line there after that hit.
And ball 4. So Vasquez on base for the 3rd time of the game. Doubled in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, and walks here.
It's almost the same exact thing that happened for him on Friday. He was 1 for 3 on Friday with a walk and a double.
Double steal, as I recall, wasn't it?
Yeah, he has stolen base also. Because he had a double, and then Colon behind him walked, and then they double stole, and then that's where Padilla had the 2 RBI single.
Now that was a case where Arsenio was running, Vasquez was not, but Vasquez, great base running, saw with the throw to 3rd that he could take the extra 80 feet and move to 2nd.
Get his hand stepped on.
So we've got runners at second and third. And Senio, the runner at third, Vasquez at second. Infield for Chinese Taipei, playing up. Colon shows bunt. That was a safety squeeze opportunity. Ball one, or ball two rather.
Infield up, Vasquez. You can see him in his 2-out lead behind the fielder.
And the count 2-1. Well, here's the opportunity for Puerto Rico to expand the lead. To keep in mind that Guaynabo left 4 runners in scoring position over the first 3 innings. In this inning, infield single for Senio. Stole second, stole third. Vasquez, who walked, as the runner at second base. And a 2-1 pitch. Bunt attempt, foul ball. Once again, safety.
See, that's not the kind of bunt I'm looking for. It's not. It's just that's not the one. I mean, I get the thought. Cologne's had a rough weekend so far. 0 for 2 Friday, 0 for 2 today. Get him some confidence. Just let him put a bat on the ball and score a run.
And there's out number 2. Couple of strikeouts for the right-hander Swan Chi Chen.
Maybe talking about the runner at third base. Because I've seen catcher Chen Fu take a peek down to third base after each pitch. Just checking the runner.
Now Padilla, 3 RBIs in the Guaynabo win over Long Beach on Friday. Hit a home run. Yep, there you go, partner. And flip towards third.
Third baseman wasn't privy to that conversation. A little surprised.
All fouled away.
Just go ahead. Just throw it over there. He'll be ready.
Reminds me of the time I asked Jim Leland after he had a team meeting. I said, Jimmy, what was the meeting about? He said, Lanny, if I had wanted you to know, I would have invited you. I'm not privy to that. Oh, 0-2.
Great pitch.
Well, Guaynabo left a runner at third in the first, left a runner at second in the second, left runners at second and third in the third, and has runners at second and third in this 5th inning. Guaynabo scoring the game's only run on the single by Robles in the 4th inning. This at bat may indeed go a long way to determining the outcome of this ball game. Padilla in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes. And out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left, and now Guaynabo has left 6 runners in scoring position. 1-0. Puerto Rico leads. Going to the bottom of the 5th.
After being sidelined with a shoulder injury, 2 minutes in the box isn't so bad. Now get back out there. With AHN Sports Medicine, you're ready for what's next. Your body's rehabbed and recovered. Your legs primed to outskate your defender. Your technical skills perfected. And just like that, you're back. Oh yeah, you're back. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Guaynabo entering the game in the 9th spot and playing left field. Number 2, Diego Ramos. Coming in between games, we will recognize.
Bottom of the 5th inning, a change for Guaynabo. Arsenio comes out, seemed to injure himself when he was sliding into third base, and Ramos is now in left field. 1-0 ball game, and bottom third of the Chinese Taipei batting order. The winner of this game will play at 4:30 tomorrow against the loser of tomorrow's 10 o'clock game between Palmview and the loser of this game. Got it?
Got it. Write it down.
Chen Qingzheng singled in the second. He has the lone hit for Chinese Taipei. Chinese Taipei has had only 4 hits in this tournament. But despite having only 3 hits on Saturday, Chinese Taipei beat Palmview 4-2. Ball lifted into right center. Robles makes the catch, 1 away. And that'll bring up Chen. We are extremely pleased over the years. The Pony League World Series has had a gentleman that has been the official scorer. His name is Ron Faust. And he is one of the great basketball coaches of Western Pennsylvania. Ron Faust, who won over 600 games. He is the gentleman that makes the decisions on hits and errors and wild pitches and pass balls and runs and earned runs. One ball, one strike. They are moving around in the, they being Chinese Taipei, in the right field corner. Chopper. Vasquez. 2 outs.
Great play. You're not going to see very many plays like that at this level. It was very difficult to make. Even fielded it off of the wrong foot, but it's a tough backhanded play that he has to make, a throw across his body moving away from the base. You're not going to see very many kids make that play. That was incredible.
Shang Choshan 0 for 1. I take that back. This is Chen Wei-shi, who came into the ball game and took over in center field in the second inning. Two down, nobody on, bottom of the 5th. And dropped in. Left fielder Ramos was playing shallow. And the ball goes to the wall, throw to third. Out! No, the ball dropped away. The ball kicked out. Hernandez made the tag, but he couldn't hold on.
Wow. Yeah, when you're new to the game, the ball always finds you. Ramos just a little too shallow there. Weiss Young taking advantage of that too, getting to third base here with 2 outs. You don't want to make the third out at third, but able to get there now. Single, pass ball, score.
And it scored a double and an E5. And ball 1. Top of the batting order for Chinese Taipei. Huang Zihong walked in the first, struck out in the third. 1-0 ball game, but Chinese Taipei had the tying run at third with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Two and 1. Sebastian Quiles has worked into the 5th inning. He has 4 strikeouts. He has walked 2 and has now given up 2 hits. Ball in the dirt, but not far away for Chin to try to score.
Great job by Carrion there, knocking that ball down, saving his team a run. Whoa.
Full count.
Full count. Fastball. Challenge. Right at it.
Strike 3. No runs, 1 hit. There was an error and a runner left at third after 5. Puerto Rico 1, Chinese Taipei 0.
At Printscape Imaging and Graphics, we're more than printers. We're partners in creativity and community. From sponsoring local charities to empowering small businesses, Printscape is committed to giving back. Our people help businesses and organizations build their brands while strengthening our community, like the Printscape Pony League World Series. Printscape Imaging and Graphics, where technology meets creativity. Visit us today and see how we can bring your vision to life.
With Honda's newly redesigned lineup, there's no better time to buy at Washington Honda. Washington Honda's caring and knowledgeable sales team will make it easy to find the perfect Honda for you. Washington Honda, it's all at the mall.
South Hills Toyota has a great selection of newly redesigned Toyotas to choose from. Finding your new Toyota will be a breeze. The vehicle you want from the dealership you trust. South Hills Toyota, it's all at the mall.
Cricket has free Samsung Galaxy phones. Whoa! Free phones, fast 5G, and nationwide coverage.
Pretty good deal.
Smile, you're on Cricket.
The new right-hander for Chinese Taipei, Wu Chie-sui. And will you tell me, partner, you only have room for 4 pitchers on your...
5 pitchers.
5, this is it.
Starter, yeah, starter and 4 relievers. After this, I check out.
And now playing first base is Chen Hansuan Chi. Those are the previous 4 that you're seeing on your screen. A 1-0 ball game, and part of the story of this game is the runners left in scoring position. Chinese Taipei has left 4 runners in scoring position, and Guaynabo, Puerto Rico has left 6. Now Carrion, who is 0 for 2. Those of you watching on Sports on Pittsburgh, our next game between Tijuana, Mexico and the Bronx will be on Sports on Pittsburgh Plus. Ball one, and then the early games tomorrow, 10 o'clock and 12:30 on PLWS.TV. And we've got a scoreboard malfunction. Up now, power's back on. Almost foul back.
Attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. We are aware there is an issue with the scoreboard. We are working to rectify that.
1-0 is what the score should be on that scoreboard in favor of Puerto Rico. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the count 2-2. The only run of the game scored in the Puerto Rican 4th inning. Double by Quiles, and then Nieves, the courtesy runner, scored on the Robles base hit. There's 1 out. The strikeout for the first out of the 6th inning.
Pitcher, Sebastian Quiles.
And Quiles doubled and has done such a masterful job shutting out Chinese Taipei on through 5 innings, doing so on 2 hits.
Johnny L. Miranda in the Puerto Rico bullpen.
And the count 1-1.
Quiles just missed that ball. Great pitch.
1-2. Pretty good look on Chile's face.
I don't think he liked it.
You know, maybe you've gotten a couple of those calls, young man. One down. Top of the 6th. Two outs. Old adage in baseball. You get 3 strikes. One's for the team. One belongs to the umpire. One is yours.
Yep. Don't miss it.
Now Hernandez, who singled in the 2nd inning, 1 for 2. 1-0. Guaynabo, Puerto Rico leads. And ball 1.
That was, I remember talking to somebody, and everybody always says, "Oh, tie goes to the runner." I don't know, because in the rule book it says that you have to beat the throw to the bag, and if you tie, it's not beating the throw to the bag. I was talking to one of my umpire friends about it one day, and I said that exact thing, and he goes, no, it's in the rule book. Tie goes to the umpire. Because I get the call then. Then you turn it over to me.
You know, there was a great Major League umpire, Tom Gorman, who not only was a great umpire, but he was a great after-dinner speaker. And Tom Gorman once said, when you ever have a close play at first base, bang, bang play, call them out, it makes the game shorter.
Yeah. Had an umpire one time tell me, "Hey, listen, I'm getting paid for outs, not safes."
And the count now 2-2. Looks like we're close to getting everything figured out with the scoreboard. Most of the correct numbers are in place. 3-2. Nobody on, 2 outs.
That's ball 4.
2-out walk.
3-2, can't set up that far outside. A pitcher's, especially at this level, a pitcher's really going to throw to your body, to your knees. He's not going to throw to the glove. You know, so wherever your knees set up, that's his target. He's trying to throw the ball between your knees as the catcher. If you set up in an outside batter's box, a full count, it's probably where the ball is going to go.
All right, for Puerto Rico, 14 stolen bases in the 2 games of the tournament. Hernandez has 2 of them, including 1 today. And Robles, who knocked in the game's only run.
There's the center fielder, number 8, Guaynabo Robles.
Top of the 6th. After 2 strikeouts, who issued the walk. Runner going, swing and a miss. Stolen base.
Yeah, Chin-Fu had trouble getting it out of his glove. He had to reach for it a couple of times. When you've got a runner like Hernandez on the bases, it has to be clean. The delivery has to be clean. The exchange has to be clean. The throw's got to be on the money.
And strike 1 and 2. This Guaynabo Puerto Rican team, a band on the run. Runner at second, 2 out, 6th inning.
I'm calling for a pick here.
And a step off.
Yeah.
Shortstop.
Shortstop.
Lynn moved.
Yeah, but he didn't get the call wasn't relayed to the catcher, so the catcher didn't drop the glove and didn't give the pitcher a key to pick there.
Does here. A fake throw.
You see that happen sometimes. The shortstop will move in, and then the second baseman will come over.
There it is. And after the second baseman went past second base, he just stood there.
He just stopped.
Like we're going to do I formation on the left side of second base.
Motion. That's a risky pitch. The shortstop was positioned behind the runner there. Out of position, had to rush to get back.
1-0 in favor of Guaynabo, Puerto Rico. Right field, shallow right. Handled by Huang. No runs, no hits. 1 left and another runner left in scoring position by Puerto Rico. 1-0 after 5.5.
For 125 years, we've been covering this region's financial needs, sharing your rebellious spirit, standing right here with you, supporting your dreams, helping businesses grow and thrive, investing in what matters, and always putting people first. Thank you for letting us get to know you over our first 125 years. We're Washington Financial Bank, and we're proud to be the bank that gets you.
We've been in your community since 1808.
We've stood by your side covering the news of the day. We've been here for the important times in your life. We've celebrated with you. We're proud to have delivered the latest in local, regional, and national news in Washington, Greene, and southern Allegheny counties. We'll be here for the next phase of your life with our print and online editions. The Observer Reporter, life delivered daily.
It really ruined everything. I should have done something sooner.
Everybody hopes that this won't be a big problem. Unfortunately, basement water, it always gets worse. Don't worry, we got this.
Great. Well, let's stop her from getting in.
The effects of water can be surprising, but at Baker's Waterproofing, we'll do a complete home inspection for free, so you can put water back in its place. Schedule a free home inspection today.
Some great work on the mound for Puerto Rico starting pitcher Sebastian Quiles. He has tossed 5 shutout innings on 75 pitches, allowing just 2 hits. He's walked 3 but struck out 5, and more importantly, stranded 4 Chinese Taipei runners, all of those in scoring position. Quiles also has the double, which set up the game's lone run so far in the 4th inning.
Hitters 2, 3, and 4 in the Chinese Taipei bottom of the 6th inning. Arroyo, first pitch of the bottom of the 6th. Winner of this game will be playing at 4:30 tomorrow. The loser plays Palmview at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. And now Wu, who is 0 for 2. We started with 10 teams on Friday. We're down to 6 now as Long Beach, Hardwell, California, Lyon, Spain, Mon Valley, Pennsylvania, and Bay County, Michigan have been eliminated. Earlier today, Palmview defeated Mon Valley 11-4, and Washington County over Bay County 7-0. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. And Quiles delivers. Left field. 2 outs.
High ball in the sun. And luckily, Diego Ramos didn't have his sunglasses on his hat. He's wearing them to cover his eyes, able to make that catch. The one place in the field that is still seeing sunshine is out there in left.
And if your ballpark is set up properly, that should be the case.
Yes. That's why they call lefties southpaws.
You mean because typically that is the southern part of the ballpark?
Yeah.
I tell you what, you are more than just a handsome face.
I don't even think you can say that.
Count 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and 2. 1-0. And ball fouled back out of play. Roger Leonard, our producer. Scott Bartlett, our director, and a extremely talented crew. Proud to bring you the Printscape Pony League World Series. One, two, three, bottom of the 6th. On to the 7th we go. Puerto Rico leads 1-0.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
So we move into the 7th inning.
Now playing center field, number 3, Wu Xie.
Changes for Chinese Taipei.
Now pitching, number 10, Xin Wei Xiong.
Chung is the Chin-Wei Chung coming on as the 6th pitcher. 1-0 ball game. The last time there was a 1-0 game at the Pony League World Series, it was in 2022 when Palmview beat Washington County 1-0.
Leading off the Guaynabo 7th. Left fielder number 2, Diego Ramos, first plate appearance in this game.
Now Ramos getting his first plate appearance. Came in to play left field, replacing Asensio rather. The only run of the game is the RBI 2-out single by Robles in the 4th inning. Both these teams have had scoring opportunities.
Imagine how many more opportunities if they bunt.
And ball 1. I know what I'm going to get you for Christmas. A sacrifice bunt.
I'd love one. 7 runners left on base, all in scoring position. And those runners in scoring position, you know, what was it? The double by Vasquez, a double by Quiles, but the Quiles double is the one that scored. The rest of those all stole their way in the scoring position. So Hernandez with the single stole second. Arroyo walked. Vasquez walked. Both of those stole a base. And then Robles stole second and third. Vasquez stole second. Asensio stole second and third. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stolen bases. 7 runners left on base. 9 stolen bases total across the day. And 1 pass ball.
Full count on Ramos. Our next game featuring Tijuana, Mexico and Bronx, New York. Strike three. One out. I mentioned this earlier, and I believe it bears repeating, that back in 2022, the last time Chinese Taipei was here, it had a 17-game winning streak that had started in 2015, and that streak was stopped by Johnstown on August 16, 2022. Chinese Taipei, despite losing to Johnstown and having its 17-game losing streak stopped, went on to win the title 2 years ago. That was New Taipei City. It was after the loss to Johnstown that forced an if necessary game, and the extra game was won by New Taipei City. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Arroyo. Nobody on, 1 out, top of the 7th, looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th inning. Hitters 5, 6, and 7 coming up for Chinese Taipei. Oh, that was a awkward swing by Arroyo. On deck, Vasquez. Strike 3, 2 outs.
Chinese Taipei has had a lot of success with that outside corner. Most of their strikeouts coming on a fastball on that outer half.
Now Vasquez, left-hand hitting second baseman, doubled in the first, walked in the third, walked in the fifth. And strike 1. So far in this game, Sebastian Quiles has pitched 6 scoreless innings. Will Flaherty of Washington County pitched 6 scoreless in the game between Washington County and Bay County. And here we go. A 1-0 lead as the Chinese Taipei team is down to its final 3 outs.
At Printscape Imaging and Graphics, we're more than printers. We're partners in creativity and community. From sponsoring local charities to empowering small businesses, Printscape is committed to giving back. Our people help businesses and organizations build their brands while strengthening our community, like the Printscape Pony League World Series. Printscape Imaging and Graphics, where technology meets creativity. Visit us today and see how we can bring your vision to life.
At Penn West University, we're making college make sense again for people who maybe thought college wasn't the answer. We're making college practical with programs tied to in-demand jobs that prepare you for success right away. We're making college accessible by breaking down barriers and offering more choices. We're making college approachable with faculty who understand where you're coming from and help you get where you're going. At Penn West, we're making college valuable again for people just like you. Learn more at pennwest.edu.
Hey! Sebastian Quiles ready to pitch the 7th inning of this ball game.
He's at 87 pitches. Pitch limit is 95.
And Lin Shi Wen will stand in 0 for 2. Only 2 hits for Chinese Taipei. A Chen 2-out single in the second. And a Chin 2-out double in the fifth. Strike one. The losing team has to come back at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Good play coming off the line by Hernandez, and that first out done, recorded by way of 3 pitches.
Third baseman number 5, Song Chun-Jae.
Chen-Chae with a walk back in the second. 4-3 ground out in the fourth. 0 for 2 against Palmview, Texas. So 0 for 4 so far on the tournament.
And remember now, the team that loses this game has to play at 10 a.m. tomorrow and win, and then force the extra game for 10 a.m. or then 10 a.m. on Wednesday. Next ground ball, 2 outs very quickly. 92 pitches.
We've drawn a new number in the 50-50. New number 926-562. 926-562. Report to the press box. That is the second baseman, number 4.
Yeah, the team that loses this game has to play at 10 a.m. tomorrow, would then play at 4:30 with a win and have the extra game on Wednesday.
And pinch hitter.
With the count of 1 ball, no strikes. Or 1-1.
1-1.
A very fluorescent pinch hitter. 1-2. Chen Po-an. He does like pink.
And does not like center cut fastballs.
And the ball game is over. Sebastian Quiles got it done. He got it done. A 2-hit shutout. Play of the game.
85-mile-an-hour fastball. Dead center. A game that saw more stolen bases than hits.
1 run on 5 hits and 2 errors for Puerto Rico. Taiwan 0 for no runs, 2 hits, and only 5 hits in its first 2 games of the tournament. So it is on to our next game coming around 7:30 on Sportsnet Pittsburgh Plus, as Puerto Rico will play at 4:30 tomorrow. Chinese Taipei plays tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Thanks for joining us. Final score, Guaynabo, Puerto Rico wins 1-0.
Jumpstart the season with a bit of fresh air. Whether you like to walk, run, hike, bike, or boat, you'll find that Washington County is connected by trails. Plan a day on one of the nation's outstanding rail trails with a trip on the Montour, Panhandle, or National Pike Trail. Grab a paddle and navigate the scenic Mon River and surrounding small-town charm. We'll see you at the trailhead. Plan your trip today at washcotrails.com.